Hello guys, and welcome to another profile tree video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at AI-powered social media copywriting tools, prompts, and frameworks you should use. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and start off with our first tool, which is ChatGPT. Now this is what's going to help you with social media copywriting. It can help you with your prompts as well as frameworks. Now, how this will work, this is more of an assistant rather than something that you'd fully replace or rely on. This will be able to help you with social media content, and it's very simple to use. ChatGPT is free to use as well, so you can just sign up with a Google account, or you can just use your email to sign up. There is no 7-day free trial period or anything like that. It is literally going to be free to use. If you do decide that you want to pay for it, the only reasons really is that you're running out of messages or you're running out of image creation, so you might want to opt out for a paid for plan. The way this works is you'll have an option here in the middle which tells you to basically put a prompt in. With that prompt, you need to make sure that you're as detailed as possible. So mention your website, mention about your business, how long you've been about for. If it's anything else, just mention how you need it for back office processes, or you need it to help you create some content for your website, whether that's going to be a blog or anything at all. And what it's capable of doing as well is creating images from scratch, which is another main thing, especially with copyrighted images. Sometimes you just need to create your own one in order to not get flagged for it. So how this works is you would simply provide some information about your business, as I've mentioned there. So what I'm going to do here is just search up for profile tree. I'll just use this as an example. So I'll copy that and then I'll paste it onto here. Can you please use this website? Or can you please use my business? Pull out information and list it, please. I need this information to create social media posts or a plan for the next month. Now, with the tool, you do actually have an option here to search the web. So I always just enable the web search. Reason for that is it'll go ahead and search up for the website and it'll fire in all the information that I need, which is what I'm looking for essentially. So that's perfect. So what we're going to do here now is quite literally go ahead and hit search or enter for the prompt, and this should give me the answer that I'm looking for. So there's some information founded 2010, 2011. You've got digital strategy and audits, SEO, website design development, content marketing, and copywriting. So pretty much giving us everything that we need here. And it's also giving us suggestions on when we should be uploading. So what I'm going to do now is disable the search function, and now that we've got the information that we need, I'm going to say, can you please give me a blog title for writing up content? I need it to be a catchy title as well, please. So again, this should provide us with something that we need. Okay, so as you can see, it's listing out every single social media title that I could be looking for. So that's what we have here, which is SEO strategy. We've also got business impact, AI and innovation. So a couple of ones there. So would you like me to outline the structure or write a blog draft based on any of these? I want you to write a blog draft based on this blog title. So then I'll just do the SEO strategy one, paste that in and hit enter. does take a little minute for it to load as well. And if you do have different keywords within this blog, do mention it, especially if you've researched them. You may as well add it in. Now, some of these keywords as well, you want it to be highlighted or have it as an internal link. So the way you would do that is simply just ask it, can you look through my website, pull out some internal links and add them in. That's all you're really trying to do. So again, we'll just wait for this to fully load. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to ask it is, I need this blog to be about 1,500 words. Now, this is the main thing as well. Blogs would normally be minimum 600, but always try to do above that. Try to get at least 800 in or 1,000. Make sure the content is quality, not just quantity, of course. On top of that, don't use the research keywords that are within ChatGPT. What I want you to try is to use research keywords from Ubersuggest or SEMrush, any of those different platforms that are SEO tools, because with the likes of using ChatGPT, it can just make it up and it might not even have a search volume whatsoever. Now, it is good for helping you with medium tail or long tail keywords, but with the short tail keywords, sometimes it could be just a bunch of random sort of made up words, which you don't want to have. We'll go ahead and hit enter on that one. So here is the expanded and refined version of the blog title. Okay, perfect. Sometimes things like this as well, in the fast-paced digital world of marketing, again, you kind of just need to watch out for it. It does sound a bit AI, so just try to reword it as best as you can. Honestly, take it in sections rather than copying and pasting the entire thing and just fobbing it off as your own content. You just need to be very careful. That's one thing that the bots are looking for on Google, is that they will check to see if it's maybe AI worded, etc., etc. So that's something that you just need to be aware of whenever you're uploading a blog or content within your website. Now, this occurs as well for social media posts. Just be very, very careful with the hashtags that it gives you. That again is one area that you need to be very, very careful of. Sometimes the hashtags that it provides is, again, all very made up, and no one might be using that hashtag. So just be very careful of that. Research them on the search bar of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform you're going to be using it for. Just research them just to make sure that it is a hashtag that's being used. You can't just make them up. There's no point of using a made up hashtag if nobody's using it. It's perfectly fine, especially if, let's just say, you're using your own business one, let's just say like hashtag profile tree, like that's completely fine. But if it is going to be a completely made up one, just be very, very careful whenever you're using it. So you can kind of see what ChatGPT is capable of doing, and it has given us a bit of content. Again, the more information that you provide for it, the better the outcome will be. So again, just go into as much detail as possible, or as much as you can. Another thing that I want you guys to look out for as well is the use of different chats within ChatGPT. Now, this is for any other AI tool out there as well. It's not just for ChatGPT itself. So you'll have an option here that says new chat. So click on that. Now, don't worry, your previous chat will stay there. It still is there, actually. What I normally do is select the three little dots, select rename, and then I always just go social media. The reason why I do this is I like to have different chats for different topics. One, let's just say, for social media. One could be for website content. One could be for back office processes, which is your email. So a lot of that you have to factor in. The reason why you have all of these different chats is you're using one chat specifically for one area. What's that going to be? That's for social media. What's this going to be? That's going to be for your website content. So it's very good to have that, so your different AI or the different AI chats aren't getting confused, especially if you're just using one chat for it. Let's just say you're using that all for your emails, you're using that for website, you're using that for social media. It can get confused, and that's something that you will want to watch out for. The next platform that we'll be looking at now is called Claude.ai. So that's pretty much ChatGPT. It is capable of creating content from scratch. This other platform that we'll be looking at, which is Claude, is very similar, but the only difference really is the sort of personality it gives. It can mimic personality, which is amazing. So I'll go ahead and show you that. So this is our next platform that we'll be looking at. This will help you with your AI-powered tools that you could be using. Very similar to ChatGPT. The only difference with this one is it's got a little bit more personality, unlike ChatGPT, where it's using a lot of AI wording. So let me go ahead and demonstrate how to use this. Very similar, as I've mentioned there. Top left, you'll have the option there that says new chat. So you can just click on that. Of course, lets you have a brand new chat. All of your previous ones are stored here on the top left, so you can click on that, and then they should just all appear here. As you can see, all of our different chats here. So we'll go to new chat. The difference between this platform and ChatGPT is that it's unable to create images from scratch. That's the only thing that this isn't able to do. That is something that ChatGPT is able to do, and it's a lot more realistic as well with some of the images it's able to produce. But let me just demonstrate how to actually use Claude. Again, it's not really that much different in comparison with ChatGPT, so let me just demonstrate. On the bottom here, you'll have two options, one to add files and then the other one to search and use tools. So you could actually use a style here. These are all brand new. This is only for the upgraded version. I'm currently using the free version at the minute. However, you have the extended thinking, you've got Drive search, Gmail search, calendar search. Again, very useful if you just want a file to be searched straight away without you having to find it. Again, you could just ask Claude, look for a file that's similar to this, or find a file that has this information. The nice thing about using Claude is it can mimic personality. So you'll have the option here that says use style. So go ahead and click on this. Opening this, you are able to see the different types of styles. Now this is the first four that you'll get by default, which is normal, concise, explanatory, and formal. So you could choose either of those four. I have been playing about with it as well, so it has given me different ones there, which is the Belfast Banter one. How I'm able to do this is by clicking on the Create Custom Style. You can select a writing example. So if you could take a screenshot of how you would talk to your family or friends, or if you just explain how you would like it to talk, then it's able to do that for you. So go ahead and select paste text content, and then just simply write down, I want this to be a sophisticated and of course you won't be using it for that type of copywriting or for creating your prompts. However, it's just to give you a little bit of an idea on what it is capable of. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that style now. Okay, let's come up with some content for digital marketing. And let's see what it's able to do. So it is pretty capable, as you can see. It's able to create blogs, it's able to create information as well. So again, see how sophisticated it sounds as well, which is really cool. So this is what I would use Claude for. I would use a mixture of ChatGPT as well as Claude.ai in order to create something a little bit more unique. So this could be something to use in your toolbox, especially if you want to come up with some fresh new content for your socials or for anything else for your digital marketing. But there you guys have it. That pretty much reaches the end of the video. If you found it helpful, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you for the next one. Thank you very much for watching.